pregame show.
Greetings, everybody. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. In a few moments, we'll be sending you out to Indianapolis as the Pacers go up against the Minnesota Timberwolves. Looking at Minnesota, at fourth place in the Western Conference, they haven't been an easy opponent for anyone to deal with this season. Closing out the season now, Kenny, a topic that's always under debate. How important is momentum heading into the playoffs?
Well, younger teams, it helps their confidence. You know, and veteran teams, sometimes they can just turn it on when it matters.
This is what I call basketball math. Some clubs choose health over momentum, but all other things being equal, momentum matters. It's like E equals MC squared.
That's what I was
almost exactly like that.
Yeah, right. And the Pythagorean theory.
A squared plus B squared equals C squared.
So A equals C.
No, A is greater than C.
C is greater than A.
That might be true.
I didn't think there was going to be math. Here's Kevin Harlan.
Shooting guard position, standing 6'5", number 10, Jerome Robinson. At power forward, 6 feet 10 inches, number 11, Nikola Mirotic. Center position, 6 feet 10 inches, number 15, Clint Capella. The other forward, at 6'9" number 14, Brandon Ingram. At the other guard position, at 6'3", number 0, Russell Westbrook. Scott Brooks is your head coach. Make some noise for your Pacers.
Well, the weekend obviously is in full swing, and so is the NBA. Hey, thanks for joining us on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. DA will join us tonight on the sideline. And here we go, the battle between conferences. It's East versus West, where the Indiana Pacers will be looking to make a statement. Last time they came together was in Minnesota, where they felled the Wolves.
And their defense practically non-existent in that one. Just gave up far too many easy shots.
Yeah, I think they were totally checked out, Greg. At least that's what it looked like. When you play that kind of defense, you expect to lose.
And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. Whiteside is out there with Towns. Then there's Doncic. And there's Kemba Walker. And it's easy breezy in at the 3 slot. Now the Timberwolves with it. Defeated by the Hornets in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
And the big problem, they got trigger hack. Shot a very low percentage from beyond the arc.
And, you know, Greg, to me that's baffling. I'm not sure why they didn't do some dine-in eating. Go inside and eat instead of all that work in the drive-through behind the arc.
And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Kemba Walker picks one up. Well, we have 2 loaded backcourts here tonight, Clark. It should be a very intriguing matchup.
You know, Kevin, in years past, it used to be the small forwards were your dominant scorers in the league, and that's still pretty prevalent, but in this day and age, well, I tell you, the point guard play, not only are those point guards able to assist and set people up and lead their teams, but a lot of them are high-octane scorers as well. A lot of fun to watch.
Make a lot of things happen on both ends of the floor.
No doubt.
The first one falls.
And Russell Westbrook is as explosive a guard as we've seen in the history of the game. An incredibly gifted scorer who can also punch it on you.
Both free throws good from Westbrook. Here's Walker. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, here's what the Timberwolves head coach had to say when we spoke to him earlier. He wants to win his second game of the season against this team, and the key, he said, is about limiting drives and penetration. He added, we can't allow them to play to their strengths, finishing around the rim. So it's important for us to own the paint. We'll see who wins that battle, Kevin. Back to you.
Thank you, David. Here's Westbrook after the made shot from Karl Anthony Towns. Westbrook against Walker. From 11 feet away, Westbrook with the bucket.
And Westbrook is a terror from the mid-range. Terrific at sticking it to the defense from that spot on the floor.
Back to Walker. Takes the 13-footer. Here's Whiteside. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good.
Well, I like watching him get after it on the glass now, staying active, and usually that leads to good things.
There's the pass to Westbrook. Over Walker. Westbrook, no good.
And he's just a tough defender. Good positioning to get after that shot.
Did a good job guarding the mid-range, extended out nicely, and definitely bothered the shot.
Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Outside Mirotic. Launches a three. That shot misses. So Minnesota will take it the other way. Lets it go from 14. Walker's shot is off.
And sometimes, you don't capitalize off a good shot or a good look. Still, you got to keep letting those good looks fly.
Here's Westbrook. Lays it up off the glass. Westbrook's got 6 points.
And it's the fearlessness of Westbrook. It's really refreshing to watch. When he's deep inside, he just goes right at you.
Now, here's Doncic. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against Charlotte. Here's Whiteside. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. Whiteside's got his second bucket of the night. Walker against Westbrook. That shot, no good. Walker with some nice D. Timberwolves have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Now, here's Doncic, guarded by Robinson. And there's the whistle, 3-second violation. The Pacers have gone 2 of 6 from the field. Westbrook surveying the D. And the foul called on Hassan Whiteside. That's his first foul. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. And so it looks like the Pacers will retain possession here. Now a chance, guys, to examine the rebounding numbers over the past months for Towns.
And those are some numbers that he can't be happy about. His rebounding totals have taken a dip over the past few months. He's got to get back to giving the kind of effort on the boards we were seeing from him earlier.
Now here's Westbrook. He's coming off a 22-point game against Washington.
And even if you took away his points, he was still an offensive force because of his passing. His assist numbers were tremendous. Yeah, good awareness there. He sees an opening and doesn't hesitate.
Boy, it's a thing of beauty watching him attack the defense like that. I mean, they wanted no part of him on that layup.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to go on Nikola Mirotic.
You know, guys, you got to give much respect to the length of Whiteside. I mean, he's a hulking 7-footer who takes a lot of pride in being the defensive anchor for this team.
And the first one drops. You know, for those in the MVP conversation, sometimes what they do late in the season, Clark seems to sway the voters the most.
Yeah, you know what, Kevin, that's a great point, and I think you're right on it. Part of it is we all have a tendency to be prisoners of the present. I'm guilty of that as well. When I've seen a team or player perform at a high level, that's what's most in my mind. But you have to force yourself to, again, look at the totality and the consistency of one's performance, particularly when you're talking about these high individual honors.
Now, here is Robinson coming off a solid outing against Washington. Mirotic has a wide open look. No good from outside.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
And Doncic gets it to go.
And certainly not lacking in confidence. When Doncic gets these inside looks, he just jumps all over.
Out of bounds, Minnesota takes possession. As the playoffs near, let's take a look at the Eastern Conference standings. Taking a look at Boston. Very strong season they've had, always at or near the top of the conference, and right now they're in first place in contention for that, exactly where they want to be as they close in on the postseason. And of course, there's the Pacers. They're back in the 8th position.
And seeing where Indiana is, hanging where they are, right in the middle of the standings, will not make things easy for them down the stretch.
Well, it figures to be a hectic finish to the season as they attempt to lock down a postseason berth. They've got very little margin for error the rest of the way.
Well-coordinated shot mechanics, especially for a guy with his length.
Yeah, and you know, it looks effortless, easy, silky smooth, textbook shooting form. Man, that's nice. Well, I like how Capella stays one step ahead of the posse on defense. Has a real good sense of body control.
And that was an unleashed chaos moment indeed. What a spectacular play. Sponsored by Under Armour Hover Habit. Timeout called, first of the game for Minnesota. And the Timberwolves making a change here.
And checking out the numbers for Easy Breezy. Some impressive play from him over the last month. He's averaging 14 points a game, 4 assists, and 2 rebounds. And I think he's got to be pretty pleased with his output. And you know he's always looking to push himself.
Yeah, you know, really solid numbers across the board here, Greg. I mean, he contributes in a multitude of ways for this club.
Now, here's Doncic. He isn't playing a big part of their offensive scheme, averaging around 15.5 points a game. Indiana's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Ingram passes to Westbrook. That's in, and that's his 4th basket of the night. He's taken 7 shots, a solid 57%.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
Now here's Towns. 14 points from him the last game against the Hornets in Charlotte.
Kudos to him for his energy, especially on the glass where he was an absolute beast.
Now let's quickly bring up the list of point guards whose steal totals in the second half of the season have really been standing out. 4th, Russell Westbrook.
And not only are these players tremendous at picking a ball handler's pocket, but as terrific point guards, they also know how to jump into passing lanes and get a steal or deflection that way as well.
For sure. I mean, they wreak havoc defensively in all kinds of ways. On the ball, off the ball, in transition. Boy, this group is the complete package at both ends of the floor.
He misses the free throw. He hits the second from the line. The Timberwolves trail. Doncic with it. Outside, Towns. Kicks to Whiteside. In the hoop for his 3rd make from the field. He's 3 for 4 thus far in the contest.
And you can see he's got a little bounce in his step. 3 out of 4 to start.
To the left side wing. Here's Westbrook.
And here's Luka Doncic. Let's take a look at his numbers. Since the All-Star break, he's been unstoppable. 14th in free throw percentage. And he's in the top 20 in assists per game. His talent for creating easy buckets for his teammates is such an asset.
And he deserves credit for knocking down such a high percentage of his free throws. It's not a glamour part of the game, but incredibly important nonetheless. And he makes the first. It always seems like great teams find the best glue guys, the guys that make them a team. Who are some of those players who just bring a team everything and bring it together.
I call those guys value utility guys because they do so much that helps you win, and things just seem to run better and go smoother when they're on the court. And there are a lot of them that fall into that category. They're not your primary stars, but they make the stars better. Robert Covington from Philadelphia has that ability because he shoots it well and defends multiple positions. And Draymond Green is probably at the head of the class.
By the way, you're our glue guy. You're a 2K.
Glad to be part of the team.
And so it's Indiana with it. Hassan Whiteside made his last basket. Passes it to Westbrook. Lob pass to Capella. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
And they are going toe-to-toe here tonight, guys. This thing's like a heavyweight fight.
Yeah, these teams evenly matched, Greg, trading hits and refusing to give up any advantage.
Here's Easy Breezy. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Charlotte.
And his scoring's going to get most of the attention, but his rebounding also stood out. He did a lot of glass cleaning in that game.
Count that one. Guys, 7 times the lead has changed hands here now.
Yeah, and that number should easily top double figures before it's over.
Now here's Westbrook. 13 points in the game. Rebounded by the Timberwolves.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
Okogie, he's covered by Westbrook. Doncic kicks to Whiteside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Easy Breezy. Westbrook pulls it in.
Just testing out the cannon on that misfire.
That certainly was a deep one. I mean, maybe move in a little bit next time. There's no such thing as a 4-point line.
Now, here is Robinson. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. They get a hand on it. Releases. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Minnesota in the lead. Now, here's Doncic. Now, Towns. Pass to Whiteside. Minnesota needs to get off a shot here. Here's Easy Breezy. No good from outside. Got the defender off his feet with the pump fake, but couldn't knock it down. Pass to Whiteside. Now, here's Doncic. Guarded closely with the fadeaway. Whiteside, no good. The Pacers have gone 6 of 14 shooting the ball since the start of the game. To the middle, here's Capella, and the dunk by Capella.
How about the force from Clint Capella? When he's got good position inside, he's throwing it down.
And the Timberwolves call time.
Yeah, you can sense he wasn't happy with how things are going here. Probably looking to change it up a bit.
Nothing wrong with that. You got to be flexible. When something isn't working, you adjust, you modify, you go to something else. That's what the best coaches do.
Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Brown is checked in for Karl Anthony Towns. Saric comes in for Hassan Whiteside. Bogdan Bogdanovic, he's checked in for Easy Breezy. And Walker subbed in for Doncic. Now here's Saric. Taking a look at the scoring numbers, right now he averages about 9 points a game. Bogdanovic wide open. Buries the long-range jumper. And the Timberwolves lead by 2. Well, guys, this first half has been about as tightly contested as you could hope for.
There have been a lot of lead changes. Goodness.
Holiday, the pass to Collins. Hands the 12-footer.
And he should thank the team for those 2 points. Nobody paid much attention to him on that play.
Holiday against Walker. Over Collins. Walker's shot is off.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
Yep, that one goes.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row. from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Here's Saric following the score by Indiana. Timberwolves passing it around. Shot clock at 6. Okogie, and another 3 for Minnesota.
And that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
Boom, he jams it straight down.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant. And this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
They get it again. Collins, good.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
And the Timberwolves with possession here, following the score by Indiana. And he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish.
Part of what makes him unique, guys, that combination of power and polish.
And so here is Indiana.
And how about just floating to the rim on that slam?
Boy, when he gets up, I mean, he gets up.
Yes, he does. That's what we call helium. Yeast rising and helium floating. Boy, just an excellent assist. Nice work from Kemba Walker.
Just 4 seconds left here in the first quarter. Unable to get that one. We'll get right back to the action when we return. A unique upbringing for Clint Capella. Spent years in a welfare orphanage in Switzerland. He said he never imagined he'd come this far.
Even as a kid, I wasn't even dreaming about that far. I would say that's even past my dreams. I mean, now I'm just living the moment, trying to work hard as I can, and just enjoy the present. Enjoy the present.
Just an inspiring story, Greg. It gives you perspective on why you should be grateful for everything you have.
Kevin, without a doubt, Capella's upbringing helped shape him, and the hard work he continues to put in is really admirable.
And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Timberwolves.
With the aggression they're showing early on, I mean, they're driving it to the hoop with authority and force.
And then also, they played well with their backs to the basket tonight. I mean, just really strong play in the post.
On the court for the Timberwolves as our second quarter is underway. We've got Brown. Doncic out there with Saric. And it's Bates Diop in at the small forward position.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
And we're about a minute into the second quarter of play. Ball stolen. And there's the pass to Saric. Here's Bates Diop. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. And Holiday kicks to Collins. And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. Got a piece of it, and he gets it back. Misses the baby hook.
I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards for that miss.
To the paint. Here's Doncic. It's tipped. feet away. It's deflected. And again, Minnesota will turn it over. And let's go quickly to the 2K leaderboard to see the ratings of the best passing two guards in basketball. Number 1, Luka Doncic.
Well, when he's on the court, it's like having a second point guard out there. I mean, and in fact, his passing ability oftentimes rivals or surpasses some of the best point guards in our league.
Yeah, you know, it's hard to call him a true two guard because of how often their offense runs through him. Maybe he's more like a 1.5 guard.
Passes it to Montgomery. Lock at 6. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Clark, we all know you are one of the best players and maybe the greatest high school class ever. Guys who are now in the Pro Basketball Hall of Fame. What a list of names and great players.
Yeah, terrific players, and proud and privileged to be part of that class. 1979 is what you talk about. Dominique Wilkins, Isaiah Thomas, James Worthy, Ralph Sampson, Terry Cummings. I could go on and on and on, but obviously some of those guys, Hall of Famers, and distinguished not just in what they did in high school and college and the pros, but in how many of them have lived their lives off the court, too.
And the first one drops. Both shots good from the stripe. And Clark, you played your entire career with the Pacers. What was your favorite memory during that time?
Well, certainly realizing the dream of being an NBA player, Kevin. I was the 8th pick overall. It was close to where I played in college at Ohio State. And then being able to perform at a high level to be a unanimous all-rookie team selection. That was a pretty good highlight for me starting my career.
Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. Here is Holiday. Tight defense on him. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And a moment now to look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it has been trending for Westbrook.
And maybe it's shocking, maybe not too shocking, but the scoring trend over the last few years has been going down a bit. I'm sure it's something he's well aware of, and we'll see if that continues to be the case.
And the first one drops.
And didn't have a single free throw in that first quarter, but he started to play with a little bit more of an edge to his game here in the second.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
And for those of you just joining us in the second quarter with about 3 minutes gone by, Bates Diop. Second chance shot. Doncic, no good. Indiana trailing here. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there.
Well, at best, the defense was average. I mean, he must make sure to finish these layups. Got to make those.
Sharks looking around. 6 on the shot clock. Shoots from the right block. Second shot opportunity. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle. And now a three-point play chance here for him.
Fellas, he just is struggling to get anything going. Right now, his shooting percentage in the quarter, 20%.
The Timberwolves shooting their third free throw shot of the game.
Yeah, the versatility and competitive fire of Doncic is impressive. You can just tell this kid loves to play the game.
Now here's Holiday. He picked up 12 points in their last win against Washington. Kicks it to Collins. Tipped away. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Hey, guys, this is the way to stay in the game. They're doing a masterful job from the line. Perfect this quarter.
For Indiana, they have gone 9 of 10 from the line, so making the most of their chances.
And on the season, you know, they're hitting about 76%, which is a decent rate.
And guys, that allows their opponents to play very aggressive defense if they choose to, knowing it's not a bad thing to send them to the foul line.
First one falls for him. So he gets them both. Timberwolves have gone just 33% from the field in what's been a cold second quarter for them. Just 3 of 9. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. And the 3 off target. Pacers have gotten off to a rough start here in the second quarter, going just 1 for 5. Holiday goes in. Shoots over Doncic. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. Holiday's got it all tied up now for the Pacers. Minnesota calls timeout.
Yeah, you can sense he wasn't happy with how things are going here. Probably looking to change it up a bit.
Nothing wrong with that. You got to be flexible. When something isn't working, you adjust, you modify, you go to something else. That's what the best coaches do.
So Indiana ends up with a new group on the floor. Pass to Easy Breezy. And it's good for 2. Easy Breezy's got his first bucket of the night.
Now how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Back to Westbrook. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse.
Man, you got to admire how easily Westbrook takes over games. I mean, an offensive juggernaut who is tenacious when it comes to scoring.
Now here's Walker. 11 points for him in that last game against the Hornets in Charlotte. Right side, and there's another one for the Timberwolves. And Indiana shooting the ball at a 43% rate here in the second. Ingram outside. And it's Westbrook. That time on the assist from Ingram. 17 points for Russell Westbrook.
Defensively, this is what you know. He's coming off a hot game and looking to keep it rolling.
As well he should, Greg. I mean, he always is looking to score the ball, even more so when he's hot. I like the mindset.
Now, here's Westbrook. 17 points in the game. Mirotic gets the bucket.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
And so it's Walker with it, who brings it up for the Timberwolves. Trailing by 2. Whiteside kicks to Walker. Down low. Here's Towns. And the Timberwolves tack on 2 more.
Well, I like the focus Towns has. So confident down low. Taking advantage of his size there.
Westbrook against Walker. Good for another basket. He's put up 10 shots and made 7 of them.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
And how? I mean, they're taking this defense to task, taking them to school. Every one of their last 10 points have come in the paint.
Offline with his 3.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
And Kemba Walker brings you so much production, but maybe even more important, Clark, are the intangibles he brings.
Yeah, I love the fact that this guy has tremendous heart, great confidence, competitive spirit. He's got a lot in his bag. All of that stuff is there, and his teammates feed off of his energy and resilience.
And he has his fingerprints all over this first half. He is just shooting it so efficient.
Capella against Towns. He kicks it to Whiteside. Over Mirotic. The shot missing. And Indiana will come the other way. They defeated the Wizards in their last game.
And once they established that flow offensively, really never got any resistance from the deep.
And, you know, Greg, they were sinking shots left and right, and that's got to be demoralizing for the defense. They were in a real zone.
Now here's Towns. Brandon Ingram missing his last shot. The shot's good. Towns has got 4 points now in the quarter.
And he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
Here's Westbrook. Makes a big high bounce and goes in. Westbrook's got the lead up to 4 now for the Pacers. Minnesota's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Easy breezy passes to Whiteside. Trying his luck deep. A nice shot by Bogdanovic. Bogdanovic has got 6.
Terrific awareness that time from Walker. Nice job getting his open teammates to rock.
Westbrook against Walker. Outside Mirotic. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good.
He is yet to get into the flow of this game. His teammates have done their part, but they need him to pick his game up.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Yeah, tit for tat on the glass. Just one more aspect of what's been a very closely contested ball game here.
Westbrook, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Old school D right there, just telling them no easy layups. It's as simple as that. And that's what you expect from them.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
Yeah, you have to make teams pay for fouling you. That's why they call them free. And they've done exactly that, made them pay.
Minnesota making a switch here. Doncic is checked in. And so he hits both. Timberwolves trail by 3. The pass to Easy Breezy. Towns against Capella. Towns kicks to Whiteside. Fader on the way. It's rebounded by Indiana. Ingram outside. Pass to Westbrook. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Kemba Walker picks one up.
And he just seemed to have a little more fire in the first quarter than he has in this one. And it showed in all the trips he made to the free throw line. Those have dried up.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for Indiana.
Well, I like the fact they've already been getting a lot of high-quality shots in the paint.
And that's what's created a rhythm for them offensively. That's also why you see them knocking down that mid-range jump shot.
The free throw drops for Russell Westbrook. He's off on the second. And so it's Towns with it. He brings it up for the Timberwolves. 4-point game. Walker's shot is off.
And he has lost all confidence out there. Still not a single field goal made in the game.
Doncic passes to Walker. Kicks it to Doncic. Right side against Mirotic. 6 to shoot. The Timberwolves again can't hit.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter. Now, that's what we're talking about in terms of the activity level defensively. You got to protect the rim.
Textbook defense all around. Nice job at contesting the shot without fouling, and that's how you do it. Well done.
substitution.
And you think about the game of Karl Anthony Towns, the versatility club. The versatility just leaps out at you.
Well, he's a man of his times, Kevin, when you talk about his game. I mean, that's where the game is now. And that's always been his ambition, to be as complete a player as possible. And at his size, he shoots it deep. He can post you up. And as he gets better as a passer, he's going to be harder to guard.
The free throw drops for Towns.
Towns, the first overall pick in 2015, a future MVP candidate. I mean, he's lived up to the billing.
And he makes both free throws.
Great touch from the line. Always important for bigger guys to be able to come through at the stripe.
Passes to Ingram. 1:53 left to play in the first half. Poked away. Robinson with it. He's picked up by Whiteside. With his first shot attempt, Robinson misses. Minnesota's gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul. Shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. The Timberwolves have yet missed a free throw. 5 for 5.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Really, guys, it's just come together for them at the charity stripe this season. I mean, the confidence is there, and so too are the results.
And he makes the first. And it's tied up with that one. 1:33 left here in the second. The Pacers shooting at 50% in a decent groove. Up top, Capella. He picked up 15 points in the last one against Washington.
And equally impressive on the backboards. I thought his rebounding was huge.
5 on the clock. Indiana again missing. Minnesota shooting 48% from the field. Not bad at all. Here's Easy Breezy. He's covered by Ingram. Easy Breezy passes to Towns. Whiteside inside, covered by Mirotic. Whiteside, good. Whiteside's got 4 this quarter.
Well, I really like the way he's stroking the ball. I mean, knocking down a bunch of his shots and really being efficient.
Here's Westbrook. Minnesota with the rebound. Towns has got 8 rebounds in this game. Doncic dishes to Towns. No good with the triple. Indiana trailing here. Here's Ingram. And the rejection by Towns.
A tremendous shot blocker in college, Kevin. Towns has packed that part of his game and brought it with him to the next level.
And you just hate to give up those second chance points.
Yeah, those are back crushers. I mean, they really crack your back when you give teams second shots like that.
And Walker kicks to Towns. Good work defensively by Capella.
Oh, great effort there. That's how you defend the paint.
Exactly. Can't play it any better than that, Greg.
Russell Westbrook has been leading the charge for Indiana. He's up to 26 points in the game now. Just keeps pouring in the buckets. We've got more in store for you right after this.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hi again, everyone. I'm Ernie Johnson, sitting alongside the Diesel and the Jet. Welcome to the Halftime Show on 2K Sports. It was all Russell Westbrook in the first quarter. He ended up with 26 points, 3 assists, and 1 steal. And Kenny, what'd you think about what we saw from Indiana?
You can see where the priorities are. Rebounding. rebounding, and then more rebounding. They made a concerted effort to get the glass clean.
How about you, Shaq? What'd you think about Minnesota?
Well, they were very inconsistent from behind the arc. For the first half, they shot, let me check my stats, in the low 30s. They won't get it done. Good news is they're still in it. I'd like to see them push the ball up court faster and try to get some open looks.
And that's going to do it for us here. The second half of action is coming your way.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Well, you look at Russell Westbrook in this game, he has been everywhere.
His points production thus far, off the charts. It's only been 2 quarters. Just a great effort for him for the entire half.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter where he is on the floor either, Greg. He's making it look very easy. He's looking to score the ball.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. On the court for Indiana, Russell Westbrook out there with Robinson. Then it's Brandon Ingram. Then there's Nikola Mirotic, and it's Capella in at center. Here's Ingram. Kemba Walker making his last shot. Robinson finds Mirotic. Ingram left side. Back to Mirotic. Fires for 3. Knocks down the 3-ball. Mirotic just got his second basket of the night.
And, you know, Ingram isn't just a sensational scorer. He also passes the ball pretty well.
Pass to Towns. Whiteside with it. That's in. He's 7 for 12 now in the game. A great competitive game so far.
And from the look of it, this one could go right down to the wire.
Westbrook passes to Capella. Poked loose. Walker taking his time here. Outside, Towns. Back to Walker. The shot will not fall. Good D by Westbrook.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
And, Greg, we've seen it time and time again in games. Effort and determination on the glass can make up for a lot of other weaknesses.
Out left to the wing. And here's Walker outside. Good on the three-point shot. Walker's got the lead up to 4 now for the Timberwolves. Outside, Robinson. He kicks it to Ingram. Outside, Westbrook. Indiana again missing. Minnesota leading by 4. Inside. Here's Easy Breezy. Out to the wing. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Okogie, guarded by Robinson. The pass to Easy Breezy. Capella against Towns. A strong finish under heavy pressure all over. Towns has got 12 points in the game.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Now here's Westbrook. 26 points for him. Lock at 6. To end the drought. And that one, good. Westbrook's got 28 points for the game.
Nice to see how easy he takes over games. Makes it look elementary. I mean, that's why they feed him the rock so much.
Pass to Towns from downtown, and another 3 for Minnesota.
Towns has remarkable range for a big guy. and he also has a good sense for when he should shoot those shots.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Kevin, the league has unveiled a 5-point plan to improve player-referee relations. Things became heated last season with a lot of star players ejected for arguing with officials. The emphasis on respect and clear standards of conduct on both sides can only help. Kevin?
Very good point, David. Completely agree. Thanks. Kicks it to Whiteside. It's hauled in by Clint Capella. Capella's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. And Mirotic throws it down.
Love the attitude of Westbrook. Continues to improve at running the offense and finding ways to create opportunities for his teammates.
Now, here's Whiteside. He's got 16. Walker. Here's Towns, and the dunk by Towns.
And Kevin, plays like that, really the reason they've got a nice lead right now. Just a great job on the glass.
And Greg, the jam and the follow gets their whole bench jumping. Look at them. They are really into it.
Yeah, they sure are. That's a little salt in the wound there. I mean, they take a miss and turn it into one of the plays of the game. That hurts.
So the Pacers call timeout, their first of the game. Karl Anthony Towns with a strong contribution so far in this one.
And he's just attacking the rim with force here. They need to try and deny him the ball in the paint to keep him away from the basket.
Now, here's Capella. 8 points for him. Here's Mirotic, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. They get Hassan Whiteside. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Timberwolves?
And really all game long, they've been able to excel with their post game, just dominating on the low block.
Another thing they've done tonight is work the ball into the paint for plenty of those close range points. You got to have those.
And he makes the first. So he gets them both. Timberwolves leading by 3. Oh, trying for it. And so the ball's out of bounds. Ingram touched it last. Here's Easy Breezy, and the Timberwolves tack on 2 more. Indiana's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Robinson kicks to Westbrook. Count it, and the foul. Kemba Walker picks one up.
Despite the play of the team, I think he's had an outstanding game. He's really done well here.
So both teams making some changes here. The free throw drops for Russell Westbrook. And here's Doncic. He's got 5. Passes it to Bates Diop. Knocks it loose. Out to the right wing. Lets the 3 fly. Collins grabs the miss. Collins has got 5 rebounds tonight. Inside. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And now a chance to see what's coming up for Indiana. On Tuesday, they'll tip off a road trip in New York where they'll take on the Knicks. Then on Wednesday, they'll go up against C.J. McCollum and the Portland Trailblazers.
And for that game against the Knicks, that's going to be one where it would take a lot of errors and maybe a cold shooting night for things to go wrong. They just have that much of an advantage over that team.
First free throw is good. And it's tied up with that one. Minnesota's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. Now, here's Doncic. He's covered by Westbrook. Pass to Šarić. Shot clock at 6. Here's Bogdanović. His three-pointers off the mark for Indiana. They've gotten 5 of 8 shots to fall for them in the third quarter. A nice 62% from the field. Mirotić. And there's the pass to Westbrook. For the lead, it's hauled in by Bates-Diop for Minnesota. They've gone 7 of 12 from the floor since coming out of the break. He kicks it to Doncic. Over Westbrook. Another miss by Minnesota.
And low percentage look on that one. Not sure what he was thinking.
I agree with you. Not a good shot, not good offense. They can get a much better look than that, but they're going to need to be patient to do so.
Oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
And here's a look at some stats for Westbrook. The last 10 games, he has been on a heck of a run. 3rd in steals, 11th in scoring, and his playmaking ability, unquestioned, one of the top 15 assist men in our league.
And it's his lightning quick hands that have put him in the top 3 in steals. Also his tremendous anticipation. He's constantly all over the basketball. That free throw, no good. Now the free throw is good. Now leading by 1.
They're ahead, but if they don't get a stop here, that free throw could prove critical.
Minnesota calls timeout. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
Minnesota's gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. Šarić with it, now guarded by Mirotić. Šarić passes to Bates-Diop. Bucket is good. Bates-Diop's got his 2nd bucket of the game to go. As we approach the 4th quarter, still anyone's ball game.
Yeah, neither team able to create much of a cushion.
Outside Westbrook. Blocked by Brown, and he gets it back. They get it back. Mirotić's shot is off.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Knocked away, and that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession. And let's step aside for a minute to look at some of the point guards who have been doing a whole lot more than passing lately. They're the top scorers at that position over the last 10 games. 5th, Russell Westbrook.
Well, this is a collection of maybe the most well-rounded players in our league. I mean, to see those kinds of scoring numbers from the point guard position is crazy.
Yeah, and that's the age we're living in right now. I mean, it's not uncommon to see a point guard lead his team in scoring, which used to be almost unheard of. And these guys here are all capable of carrying the scoring load for their team on any given night.
And so it's Indiana with it, following the bucket by the Timberwolves. 13 feet away. No good. Shot missing. Some solid defense from Šarić. To the middle. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Pass to Doncic. Kicks it to Brown. And the rejection by Collins. Here's Mirotić. Buries it down low. He's got 10.
Well, I tell you what, they've got to be fuming. I mean, they were way too late in contesting that layup.
Now, here's Doncic. He's guarded closely. Passes it to Bates-Diop. Down low, here's Brown, and the dunk by Brown.
And guys, right now, the defense mentally not there. Can't afford too many of those in a close game like this.
Yeah, Jay, you're right. Almost a free run for him there.
Momentum can swing on plays like that, Kevin, especially when the finish has that much thunder on it.
Sharge with it. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. And Bogdanovich kicks to Doncic. Back to Bogdanovich. From outside, off the mark. Pacers trail by 3. Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
Yeah, nice, strong finish on the inside.
But Greg, that's what he does. He's got the dunker mentality.
An absolutely tremendous athlete, able to go up and finish over the biggest of defenders.
Doncic, no good. Indiana's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. There's the dish to Westbrook. He's covered by Bogdanovich. From deep, it's good from long range. Bogdanovich has got 9 points. We've got 1:48 left to play here in the third. Time called here. Indiana decides to talk it over.
And really, whether you're up or down, it's a game of adjustments.
Always. And having a good coach is critically important. I mean, you need somebody you can count on to make the right adjustment.
I had to get my numbers.
Walker's checked in for the Timberwolves. .144 left in the third quarter of the game. Ingram. AD by Bogdanovich.
Kevin, I like the defense there. I mean, they didn't make that easy, and he definitely seemed intimidated by the defenders.
Pass to Saric. Here's Walker. The pass to Doncic. 5 to shoot. Looking to get back on track here. That shot missing, and it's the Pacers taking it the other way. Following this game, they hit the road. They'll take on the Knicks in New York. That will be a getaway game for them, a 1-game road trip. Holiday against Walker. The offensive rebound, the second chance effort. Shot by Collins, no good.
Well, what appeared to be an easy 2 points just never materialized.
Outside, Walker. Pass to Doncic. And Brown now atop the key. He kicks to Walker. Here's Saric, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It goes on Brandon Ingram.
Saric is highly engaged and very good at keeping the defense on their toes and making them commit the foul.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Blue shots.
And that one falls from Saric.
Saric, the Croatian forward, came into the NBA fairly polished. Has still improved his game year to year, which is a credit to him and his work ethic. There still are areas that he can work on, but make no mistake about it, this guy has shown from day one that he's an impact player.
Saric nails them both.
And, you know, really, Saric's skills are tailor-made for today's NBA. He's a big guy who does a little bit of everything at both ends, and he's a laser from that three-point line.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Now, here's Doncic, guarded by Holiday. Outside, Walker. The Timberwolves again can't hit. Now here's Ingram. No good. And so it's Minnesota with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there, boy.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Pacers trail by 6. And a look at the 5 for the Timberwolves to start the 4th. We've got Doncic. Round out there with Saric. Then there's Bogdanovic. He's covered by Bogdanovic. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
And he has the chops for this, raising the intensity when it matters most.
Yeah, he's really calm in these situations. Simply takes his time in tight spots. You got to be patient, and he is playing to his strengths.
One shot behind the lanes.
Minnesota leading by 3. Knocked away. This is to Saric. To the left side wing. Okogie. No good on the triple. The Pacers shooting at 44%. Pretty reasonable. Holiday looking over the floor. Rebound, Minnesota. Doncic has got 5 rebounds tonight. And it's in. Basket number 6 for him thus far. He has only missed 2 shots from the floor.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync. Tremendous communication and awareness.
And with that shot, the Minnesota lead is cut down now to just 3 in the basket from Montgomery.
Yeah, nothing too fancy. Just getting the job done when they need to. Make every possession count.
Now, here's Doncic. Tight defense on him. Inside, here's Holiday. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down.
And bullseye with that assist. Nice delivery there in traffic.
The Timberwolves shooting at 48% from the floor. Looking good. It's Bogdanovic on the wing. A three-pointer, no good. The Pacers have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the 4th. Now here is Holiday. D right on him. Indiana moving it around. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. And here's Saric. He'll bring it up for the Timberwolves. They lead by 1. Count that bucket.
And obviously a total team player. Saric is a guy, if his teammate is open, he's going to get the ball.
Now here is Holiday. He's guarded closely. Got a hand on it. Saric, and it's Bogdanovic in the corner. Lays it up and banks it in. Now it's a 5-point Timberwolves lead.
And, you know, for a big guy, Saric is very versatile. I mean, he's a good passer, shares the ball well with his teammates, and he's got a laser stroke, too.
Now, here's Collins. And good. He has it. Timberwolves leading by 3. To the middle. And there's Brown. That's good on the assist by Doncic. Brown's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, that's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
And a quick look at how the Minnesota Timberwolves schedule is shaping up on Monday. They'll be matching up against Giannis Antetokounmpo and the Sacramento Kings. And then on Wednesday, they'll face off against Anthony Davis and the Phoenix Suns.
And looking at the schedule, it isn't ideal in terms of the upcoming games with the amount of quality teams they're going to be playing, but it's also a good chance for you to get some confidence and really see just how good you are.
The first one falls for him.
And just a better job of getting to the line here in the second half. Didn't get there once in the first.
Both good from the line that time. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Doncic passes to Saric. Jacks up a three. Count that as his 7th field goal, 9 tries. He's shooting 78%.
And defensively, you have got to extend to their shooters. They have been on fire this half.
Well, you know, the D just hasn't been there for real. I mean, these shooters are getting any perimeter shot they want. It's a bunch of warm-up jump shots out there.
They've been the better rebounding team by a healthy margin, but it hasn't been enough.
Yeah, you know, they're hustling and giving a good effort, that's for sure, but unfortunately, the execution has been lacking.
Now, here is Holiday. He's covered by Bogdanovic. Saric grabs the board. Saric has got his 5th rebound in this one. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First one falls for him. Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Karl-Anthony Towns checked in for Brown. Whiteside comes in for Saric. Easy Breezy's checked in for Bogdan Bogdanovic. And it's Kemba Walker in for Doncic. Good on both.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
No misses yet. Can't do much better than that, guys.
Westbrook dishes to Capella. For 3, Ingram. Minnesota with the rebound.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Up again, and it's Towns on the follow. And the Timberwolves lead by 10.
Hey, I tell you what, I've got a 39-inch shirt sleeve. Karl-Anthony Towns has to be north of 40, and with that reach, you can see why he snatches up those rebounds.
Timeout called the Pacers. You look at Towns, he's really been playing well.
Yeah, he's just torching them right now. A good decision to huddle up, kind of hit the reset button and figure out how to slow his roll.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, during the break, I listened in on Scott Brooks' huddle. No surprise, he was not happy with the turnovers. He told them, we are giving this one away, guys. We've got to be more careful with the ball, play within the offense, and get good open shots. Kevin?
So it's Minnesota now. The Pacers making the shot. And a wide open look for Walker. Knocks down the 3 ball.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Pacers trail by 11. Outside Westbrook. He dishes it to Robinson. Back to Westbrook. And that's good. Robinson picking up the assist. Robinson's got his 3rd assist on the night. And so it's Walker with it, who brings it up for Minnesota. Easy breezy passes to Whiteside. Westbrook against Walker. Knocked away. Here's Westbrook. Ingram outside. No good that time. The Timberwolves go the other way with it. To the paint. Here's Easy Breezy. Here's Whiteside. That's a basket. His 8th from the field. 8 of 14.
And the presence of Whiteside in the paint, really unreal. He is a dominant figure down low. Great work to grab that second chance opportunity.
And the shot goes in. Westbrook's got 40 points.
He is just self-willing, this team right now, doing everything he can to keep them alive.
Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Passes to Walker. 6 on the shot clock. Over Westbrook. And there's another one for the Timberwolves.
This is a fantastic performance in this half. He didn't play as well in the first, but you just know with this guy, he's always ready to turn it around.
Robinson finds Capella. Westbrook against Walker. Fires from the wing. And it's Westbrook missing. Timberwolves leading by 11. Okogie guarded by Robinson. Outside, Walker. Towns, the pass to Walker. Hit the tip.
Just what they like to see from Walker. Awareness of the entire court and taking advantage of the best option.
For Indiana, they've gone through the fourth quarter shooting 50%, 7 of 14. Robinson kicks to Westbrook. Takes a shot at the elbow, and it's wide right. It's off the rim. Minnesota's gone 2 of 5 on three-point shots since the end of the third quarter. Pacers trail by 13. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
It's hauled in by Karl Anthony Towns. Towns has got rebound number 17, if you can believe that. Back to Walker. Kicks to Towns. Back to Walker. Over Westbrook. No good off the back of the rim.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him. But luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack.
Out to Ingram. Outside Westbrook. And that's out of bounds. Indiana will retain possession. And Indiana making a change here. Mirotich's timeout called the Pacers.
You know, one of the things you see when you watch Kemba Walker and you think about is the evolution of his game. He, came into the league as a guy with great athleticism, tremendous competitive spirit, but in today's game, your guards have to be able to stretch the floor.
And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Karl Anthony Towns.
Yeah, and his percentage from the field tonight, just amazing. He hadn't just been gunning. He's been picking his spots, and you need that kind of patience and discipline to shoot as well as he has.
Coming into this game, he'd been having a tough stretch. We all know that, but not anymore. He's back at his best, and I think it's safe to say that slump is over. And with Walker, Clark, even he knew he had to improve from distance, and he put in the work.
Yeah, the hard work is admirable, but it's not a guarantee, Kevin. It just gives you a chance to perhaps get better. There are a number of guys, Rajon Rondo, Tony Allen, for example, that tried to improve their shooting range, but just never became consistent shooters from outside. Walker has, though, and it's put him into that upper echelon category of guards.
And that one falls for Mirotic. And so Mirotic nails both of them. That's Walker with the ball, bringing it up for the Timberwolves. Here's Towns. It's rebounded by Indiana. Capella's got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. Robinson, good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits.
One of the reasons they're behind is because we haven't seen enough of that. He needs to become a bigger part of the offense. Good job putting the pass in front of him, throwing it where he's supposed to be, not where he is, paving the way right to the bucket.
Walker against Westbrook. Westbrook double team. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. And so here is Indiana. Here's Robinson. And that one comes up a bit short. Timberwolves leading by 11. To the inside. Here's Doncic. Gets himself open and drills it.
Continuing to push the action and build this lead.
Yeah, you know, continue to pour it on them. That's what they want to do right now. Doing their best to put this game out of reach and in the win column.
Here's Westbrook. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Kemba Walker picks one up.
Indiana. Russell Westbrook. 2 shots.
Shooting 2, gentlemen.
Free throw good, Westbrook. And so he's able to get 1 of 2.
He needed to convert on all of those. Missed opportunities at the line are the last thing they need right now.
Walker against Westbrook. And it's blocked by Mirotic. And in transition, it's Ingram. Here we go. He drains the quick shot.
Well, I like how assured, how self-assured Ingram looks pulling up from there. I mean, he either torches you with his speed to the rim or his jumper if you give him space.
Now here's Towns. 1:02 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Pass to Walker for 3. Not going to go that time.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Takes it from 10. Walker with some nice D. And here's Towns. 36 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Here's Easy Breezy, and the shot is long. And it would take divine intervention for them now to get back in it.
Yeah, I'd have to say, guys, I don't think the man upstairs is really focused on the comeback.
Here's Westbrook. Nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup. Westbrook's got it back down to within single digits for the Pacers. Westbrook against Walker. And so the Timberwolves take the win, and in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, Jay, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. With Karl-Anthony Towns, you look so calm on the block. What has that focus been like for you?
Just being patient, wait for my shot to come, not really forcing anything, but also being aggressive.
And you do both very well. Thanks, Kat. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it, folks. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you later.